bigger here. So let's jump right into it, guys. So what most people's LinkedIn profile looks like, especially this is specifically for digital marketers and agency owners, is their profile looks something like this: where they worked, how long they've worked in that particular job, right? Where they went to school, how long they've owned their company, their skills, their experience, what they've done, all that stuff, right, guys? Here's the problem. Nobody cares. Like, literally, guys, no one gives a fuck about any of that stuff. Literally, people can honestly, people can honestly care less. And a lot of people, a lot of marketers and agency owners think that that's the type of stuff people care about. No, no one gives a fuck. Seriously. So here's what you guys need to do instead. If you want your LinkedIn profile to actually perform well for you and not just be a resume, but actually be a funnel that brings in clients into your ecosystem. So, guys, the first key number one is, and I cannot emphasize this enough, is you must niche down, okay? This is where so many digital marketers and agency owners fail, is they either refuse to niche down because they're so stubborn, or they they never do it. They just keep their LinkedIn profile saying something like, oh, CEO of XYZ Media, right? You have to niche your profile down, guys. And the reason why is because niching down establishes you as an authority in one particular field or one particular industry. So this way you can keep everything you do on LinkedIn super targeted. So when you go after, let's say, landscapers, and your profile is geared toward landscapers, you're going to have congruency in your messaging and in your marketing, right? In your outbound marketing, and your lead generation efforts for your agency. If you don't have congruency, and let's say you're targeting landscapers, but your profile says, I help restaurants, gyms, and landscapers, then it just looks, it looks kind of weird. It's like, wait, so you help landscapers, but you also help gyms? Like, I'm a little confused here. That's what's going to be going through a prospect's mind, right? And again, it's also extremely incongruent. You're not going to have any sort of congruency with your marketing, right? So again, key number one, guys, is niche down, but more specifically than niching down is, and even more importantly, is you need to pick one niche and one service. Now, I'm going to talk about exactly what that means here. So, guys, most people, they pick a niche, right? Or actually, I should say most people don't pick a niche, but the people that do pick a niche, that's kind of where it ends, right? Now, picking in a niche is extremely important, but to take it a step further and really hone in, what you need to do is pick one service, okay? So, and specifically one client, right? So one type of client that you can help that industry bring in. So, for example, guys, let's say you are going after personal injury attorneys, right? Instead of just saying you help personal injury attorneys bring in more clients, while that might sound semi-enticing, what sounds 10 times more enticing to an attorney is, I help personal injury attorneys bring in more car accident cases or truck accident cases, right? So I'll give you guys another example. If it's a landscaper, you can say something like, instead of just saying, I help landscapers bring in more jobs, because there's 20 different types of jobs that a landscaper can do, you want to figure out what's the type of job that they want the most. So I help landscapers bring in luxury landscaping jobs, right? Or bring in more luxury landscaping jobs every month. Something like that will entice your ideal prospect or your ideal client so much more than just saying you help them bring in clients, right? Because everybody and their mother is saying that I can help you bring in more clients, right? Narrow it down, show them that you actually understand their industry, and that will help you, A, establish so much more authority, and B, it will basically resonate so much more with your prospects, because they're going to see, oh, more luxury jobs, or if it's an attorney, more car accident cases. Shit, that's exactly what I want. I need to talk to this person, okay? Now, guys, once you've niched down, right, and you've sort of honed in on what niche you're going after, and specifically what service / what type of client you're going to be offering, or what type of client you can bring them, you need a captivating headline in your LinkedIn profile. Again, guys, this goes back to what I was saying before, where most marketers and agency owners, their LinkedIn profile or the headline usually says something like, I am a Facebook ad specialist, or I, CEO of whatever media or whatever marketing. Guys, no one gives a fuck about any of that shit, as I said. So you need something that's captivating. So I'll give you guys an example. Again, this is, just to repeat, guys, this is exactly the type of headline that most marketers have, right? So instead, you want it to be, I help X industry bring in more X. So again, this is where doing research on your particular niche and understanding the type of client that they're looking for comes into play. Okay, guys? So if, again, let's say you're doing personal injury attorneys. This is just one example. There's dozens of fucking examples and niches you can go after. Let's say you're doing personal injury. Your profile should say something like, helping personal injury attorneys bring in more car accident cases every month, or bring in more truck accident cases, right? I don't know the personal injury attorney space, you know, intensely, right? I don't know every single in and out of that particular niche, so I can't tell you what their favorite type of client is. You guys have to research that for yourself. So that's where a lot of people, they don't want to do the research, and they get a little lazy when it comes to actually picking a niche and figuring out what is that niche's ideal client, okay? Like, what type of client are they looking for? So you're kind of reverse engineering the entire process, right, guys? So again, if it's a landscaper, I help landscaping companies bring in more luxury landscaping jobs. I know off the top of my head, I know that a lot of landscapers prefer to have those jobs because they pay way, way, way fucking more than like just a regular old landscaping job, right? So guys, we've got your, so the key number one was picking your niche and narrowing down on the service / the client that you're offering. And number two, now we have a captivating headline. The third key, guys, is you need a pain-inducing summary. Now, that might sound a little weird, right? You're like, what the fuck does that mean? What the fuck is pain-inducing? That sounds just super weird. So let me explain. Guys, number one, in your summary. When I say summary, I mean your actual like body text, like where it says your summary of what it is that you do and who you are, et cetera, right? So first of all, you need to call out their industry, right? And guys, let me just preface all this stuff by saying this is where like copywriting comes into play and understanding how to craft your messaging and position yourself in a way that gets people wanting to talk with you. This is why my system for LinkedIn outreach works amazingly well, because of the way I teach people to position themselves and how I position myself on LinkedIn. So again, this is where copywriting comes into play, and you need to really craft a message that's going to convert. So call out their industry, right? That's the very first thing you do. So something like, if you're going after personal injury attorneys, you can start your your summary with, are you a personal injury attorney? Or calling all personal injury attorneys. Very simple, guys. Literally just call out their industry. That's all you have to do. Make it super targeted to them so they know the very first line that they read in your summary is geared towards them. So in their mind, in their subconscious, they're telling themselves, okay, this is for me. This is something I need to be reading, right? You call out their industry. Number two, guys, this is probably even more important than calling out their industry, and probably the most important part of not just your summary, guys, but probably one of the most important parts of your entire LinkedIn profile optimization is shining a spotlight on your industry's pain points. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me preface this point by saying, guys, the only reason, literally, I will say this very clearly, the only reason anybody ever buys anything is because of pain or problems, okay? People buy something because they want to resolve some type of issue or some type of pain they're having, right? It could be super surface level, or it could be a pain or a problem that's a lot deeper, right? And so the only way you can know the pain points for your particular industry is by doing research. I can't tell you guys what the pain points are for every industry because I don't know every industry. I know a select few industries, right? So I'll give you guys one really good example. I used to work in the mortgage industry. I used to go after mortgage brokers and get them as clients, right? So one of the biggest pain points for mortgage brokers is that they rely so heavily on a few things. They rely on buying leads, and 95% of lead selling services or lead vendors are straight shit. Like, the leads they sell have been talked to by 20 other companies, right? Exactly. So I'm going to try and pronounce your name. Sajad, if I didn't get that right, just correct me if I'm wrong, said that people want to escape from their pain point. Exactly, man. Exactly. That's exactly what we're getting at here. People always want to figure out a way to ease any pain they're feeling. And so when you can really pull at those emotional strings and really, like, as I said, shine a spotlight on their pain points, that's going to hurt them, but pain is what drives action. So that's going to make them want to say, okay, I need to do something because this person is right, whatever they're saying. I need to talk to this person and figure out how they can help me resolve my pain. Now, guys, with your LinkedIn summary, you've got you're calling out your industry, you're hitting on their pain points. Now, the third and final part of your summary is, whoops, okay, so I think I left out a slide here. But anyways, the point is, guys, the last part of it is you need to have a call to action, right? Or a CTA. Oh, here we go. So have a call to action, right? And the reason why you guys need to have a call to action is, so I think I actually mixed these two slides. I should have been the other way around. It's all good though. So you need a call to action, right? And what that means, I'll give you guys an example. A call to action could be, you know, hey, book a call with me, or book a free 15-minute strategy call with me, and let's see if there's an opportunity for us to work together. That's an ideal call to action for what we're doing here. So, guys, the reason why you need a call to action is because you've hit on their pain points. You've taken them through an emotional journey with your summary. Now you've got to prompt them to take action, because even though you've hit on their pain points, they're not necessarily going to take action on their own or on their own volition. You've got to like guide them. You've got to tell them, okay, now it's time to do this, and that this more often than not, guys, should be to book a call with you, because that's how you can start filling up your calendar week in and week out. So, guys, let's do a recap. There's, again, 3 keys to optimizing your LinkedIn profile. Key number 1, niche down. Guys, I literally cannot emphasize this enough, right? So many digital marketers and so many agency owners, their LinkedIn profile is completely unniched. It's completely unspecific. And all it is just general CEO of whatever marketing. And we do digital marketing. No, guys, that the old way of doing that is outdated. It's antiquated. It doesn't work anymore. Okay. Key number 2 is, once you've niched down, you've picked an industry, and you've picked a specific client that you can help bring to that industry, you've got to have a captivating headline, right? Something that draws attention. I'm going to give you guys one golden nugget right now, just because I'm kind of feeling like in a giving mood today. So use emojis in your headlines. And the reason why emojis are so powerful, I didn't include this in the presentation, but I just want to give you guys this because I'm trying to make this as jam-packed with value as possible. So the reason why guys want to use emojis is because emojis cause what's called a pattern interrupt. So basically, when someone sees an emoji, their mind instantly goes, oh shit, what is that? Whatever that is, I need to like check that out, read into it, whatever that may be. So again, if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, just call me out on it because I suck with names. So as Sajed said, this is actually useful for not only agencies, but for everyone. Yeah, man. So this is like not just for agencies, guys. Obviously, it's specific for agencies, but these concepts can apply to nearly anything you're doing with regards to business or marketing. This is like high-level sales tactics and how to really craft your messaging and positioning in a way that gets people wanting to talk to you. That's why you guys are always like wondering how the hell I book so many appointments, and how all the people that like my students and people I work with are booking so many appointments and seeing this massive success with LinkedIn, while everybody else is getting left in the dust and still scratching their heads at how to use the platform. This is why, guys, like even this stuff is still kind of scratching the surface. Like I have so much more I can teach you guys, but this stuff is a really good start and a good way to kind of get you off the ground with your LinkedIn outreach process. So again, you've got a captivating headline, something that draws attention. Number 3 is you got a pain-inducing summary, a summary or you know, a body text, if you will, that draws out the pain points of your industry, makes whoever's reading it, aka your ideal prospect, realize that they've got a problem that they need fixing, and at the very end, you have a call to action that prompts them to take action and do something, which again, I highly suggest being the prompt to book a call with you. That's how you can start booking appointments, guys. So now what I'd like to do is open this up to some questions. So obviously, because this is live, you guys get the opportunity to drill me with questions. We'll probably stick on here for another 10, 15 minutes or so if we get enough questions. So Sajad said, can we add you on LinkedIn? Yes, of course. Of course you can add me on LinkedIn. Don't worry, I don't have like a blocker or something where it doesn't let you add me. I don't even know if that's possible. But yeah, you can definitely add me on LinkedIn, man. So yeah, guys, what questions do you have for me? It could be about what I went over just now. It could be about anything agency related, sales related. Guys, I would like you guys to take these live trainings as an opportunity to ask me questions about anything you need help with, because obviously the purpose of this group is for me to help you guys as much as possible. So yeah, let's get some questions coming in. Again, could be about what I just went over. If you guys want me to like go back in the presentation or something and hit on something, maybe you missed it, maybe you came in midway. I mean, there will be a replay of this. You guys will be able to catch this at the end, or sorry, not at the end, after it's over. So let me see here. Nicholas said, I said Nikias, I read it wrong. I'm in the e-commerce niche. What would it be? What would you call out? So Nicholas, I'm going to give you a really valuable piece of advice. Targeting e-commerce stores on LinkedIn is extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. It's very hard. So I would probably not go after e-commerce people, at least on LinkedIn. Maybe on other platforms, but not on LinkedIn. So Jad said, do you recommend adding videos to your profile? 100%. So videos will help with a ton of different things. So the reason why video is so powerful, guys, is because it's one thing to see somebody with a photo on a screen and some text, but it's a whole nother thing when you can actually hear the person talk. And just sort of, what video does is, guys, is it really humanizes you. So it makes people realize, okay, this is like an actual person. It's not some fucking, because for all they know, it could be a fake profile, right? You never know, the fucking crazy shit of the internet these days. So yes, 100% definitely suggest adding video to your profile. And your follow-up question is probably going to be like, well, what type of video should I make? So obviously I can't answer that specific question because that's going to depend on your industry, man. So in terms of adding videos to your profile, I would just keep the content that you have, really anywhere between like 3 to 5 minute videos, 3 to 10 if you know, whatever feels comfortable for you, and make the content super relevant to your industry and who you're looking to help. So Nicholas said, how is dentists on LinkedIn? So Nicholas asked, how is it going after dentists on LinkedIn? So I've never actually targeted dentists, to be honest with you, man, so I can't say. Again, guys, as I mentioned earlier, I don't know every single industry. I know a select few. So what I would say is, as with any form of marketing, is test it out. Try going after dentists and see what the response is like. Again, I can't really say because I have never tested them. However, what I will say is when it comes to going after a niche, dentists, chiropractors, real estate agents, gyms, restaurants, all the typical industries are extremely difficult to go after now because they're so fucking saturated. So because everybody's doing it. And that's one of the big things that I talk about all the time in my trainings, is that picking an industry is so important, and going after one that everybody else is doing is not really going to do you all that much good. So let's see if we get any more questions coming in. What are you guys wondering about? What can I help you guys with LinkedIn in general, with your profile? What are you guys struggling with? Let me know. Let me see. So Sajjad said, what about background picture? I don't want to be seen as the as those cheesy people. So what do you, I don't know what being seen as a cheesy person means. That's funny. So in terms of background photo, just keep it simple. You want something that's casual yet professional. So if you guys look at my LinkedIn profile, it's just me in a suit and just kind of looking away. That's really it. It's pretty simple. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. So yeah, Sajjad, I would keep it super simple. By the way, guys, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but so for those of you that don't know, I have a separate training. It's about 35 minutes long, and it's literally, so I went over a good amount of LinkedIn stuff on this training, guys, right? And I hope it helped. But in this other separate training that I have, I literally take everything I showed today and basically just put it on steroids. So I don't just talk about your profile on LinkedIn. I actually go over like specific messages and scripts you can use and the software I use and how to start automating everything on LinkedIn. It's really awesome stuff. I also get into a ton of sales training so that you guys can start being able to close high-ticket deals and not have to go through that many objections. I also talk about how to automate your onboarding process. Really cool stuff there. So if you guys want to check that training out, what I'll do is I'll leave a link after this live training is over. I'll leave a link in the comment section. But you can also find the link in the description of the group in the welcome video. You guys should be able to find that pretty easily. But again, like I said, I'll leave the link in the comment section after this live video is done. Again, it's completely free training. It's super valuable. It's just pure value. It's not like one of those webinars where it's like at the end there's a course to buy. There's literally nothing to buy on the training. There's no course being sold. It's just literally training for pure value. So like I said, if you guys have any last questions, so Jad said, when did you discover that LinkedIn could be so powerful? It's a good question. I discovered it after I got fed up with cold calling. and I realized that cold calling wasn't going to allow me to scale my agency. So I started testing different things. I heard about cold email, post in Facebook groups, offer free trials, fucking go door to door, network events, all this shit. And then I also heard that LinkedIn is a pretty cool platform as well. So I just started testing it out. Honestly, guys, I just started testing it and using different strategies and seeing what worked. I used a lot of things that didn't work. So guys, the strategy and what I'm teaching to you guys now is literally the result of months and months of failure on LinkedIn. I didn't just make a LinkedIn profile and then boom, all of a sudden it just magically worked. It's just not how it went. So that's kind of how I discovered LinkedIn. Yeah. And let's see here. So like I said, guys, any last questions before I jump off? Because I do have a bunch of stuff I have to do today. A couple phone calls. I just want to make sure I get this training out to you guys. So Nicholas said, have only heard positive things about LinkedIn for agencies. Yep. So LinkedIn it's gold, guys. It's gold. And the reason why I want to teach you guys how to use it is because I want to help you guys as much as possible with being able to scale your agency, grow it, get clients, all that good shit. And the best way to do it, in my opinion, right now is to use LinkedIn. Not too many people are talking about it. There are a few people out there that are. Honestly, though, to be honest with you guys, this is a little bit of a humble brag. I've yet to see somebody out there be able to generate this level of results that I'm generating for the people I'm working with, specifically with regards to helping agency owners get clients using LinkedIn. There are people out there that show you how to use LinkedIn for other purposes. I personally feel like I am the top person when it comes to using LinkedIn specifically for agency growth. And again, it's not necessarily cocky, it's just the truth. I've yet to see anybody else with the type of results that I have. So let's see here. You don't know, so Sajed said you don't know what they want from you. I'm not quite sure what that means. So, all right, guys. Anyways, I got to jump off. I have like 4 phone calls literally in the next 5 minutes here. So, again, I really hope this helped. And if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I'll answer them after this is done. And, yeah, hope that helped. And I will talk to you guys soon. Cool.
You ain't really fuck with me way back then, girl. How about now? 'Cause I'm up right now.